What's going on, Picks and Parlays family? My name is David Delano. Right now, number one the last 30 days on Picks and Parlays in the NFL. But we're going to talk about college football here, where we're also going to have a loaded up card for you. We're going to talk about the Civil War between the Oregon Ducks and the Oregon State Beavers in just a moment here. So you go ahead and check out all my top plays over on picksandparlays.net. Sad thing to see with this rivalry and with the Pac-12 obviously no more, down to the Pac-2. They're going to rebuild, but Oregon State holding on in that conference. Now Oregon's in the Big Ten. Feels weird saying that. Got a huge line here, a 35-point favorite the Oregon Ducks are. What is going on? Now, one thing that the Oregon State Beavers may have going for them in this game is that Oregon Ducks next week, they play Penn State, number 2 rated Penn State. So that is going to be a huge matchup. Currently number 2 versus number 6. So could this be a little bit of a letdown spot? Well, this is a rivalry game, and the Ducks are hosting it. And this is going to be the 4th Civil War for head coach Dan Lanning. Now, Lanning actually lost his first game against Oregon State back in 2022. First game of him coaching in the rivalry, I should say. They lost that game 38-34. Last 2 seasons, Ducks bounced back and won 31-7 as a 14-point favorite, and then 49-14 as an 18.5-point favorite last year. 35 points seems crazy like a rivalry for a rivalry like this. However, let's look at what's been going on. Oregon opened up the season with a 59-13 win against Montana State. All right, we can say, well, that's an FCS school. Who cares? Well, that is the defending, the runner-up, national champ runner-up in FCS, a 15-1 team last year. Montana State was, and they followed that up with it's a down year for Oklahoma State, as last year was, but still 69-3 against Oklahoma State. Last week, 34-14 against Northwestern. That was one of the losses I took. I was on the Ducks last week minus a 26.5, and they were up 34-0. They gave up 2 touchdowns in the last 7 minutes to Northwestern. So they played 3 different quarterbacks. Still, Oregon dominated that game. We look at the other side for Oregon State. I went up against a Cal team with a freshman quarterback, lost 34-15, lost 36-27 to Fresno State, and 45-14 to Texas Tech. And that 45-14, it really wasn't even that close. The Beavers added a couple points, a couple scores in the fourth quarter. They were losing 45-0 in this game. But with Oregon playing Penn State, I think that they want to get up, they want to get a route, and they want to get their starters out of there early. So I think that we're going to see a lot out of Oregon getting up early in the first half. 20, you could get 21 with a few books, but there it's minus 21.5 in a lot of different places. I'm actually just going to go with the Oregon Ducks team total, first half team total, over 26.5 points. Oregon Ducks first half team total, over 26.5 points. I think the Ducks get up big, and then they try to cruise. I think for them to not get to at least 28 points in the first half, it would shock me. So, like I said, once again, Oregon Ducks team total over 26.5 points in the first half of the game between Oregon State, also known as the Civil War. Once again, my name is David Delano over at picksandparlays.net. Thanks so much for watching. Always wager responsibly, and I'll see you on the next one.